is Jonah Allen.
All right, welcome to AC Flora for some more Legion ball.
AAA blue team back at it again after 10-0 run rule win on Friday.
So what's the record now?
They are the only undefeated team of the 2-1-5, and they're 3-0.
3-0, nice.
And I'm pretty sure this is North Augusta's first game of the season.
Oh, is it? Okay.
So. Yes. And what about this team? All of their kids come from North Augusta High School.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So they actually do not have a senior team. I'm assuming North Augusta then feeds into another one of those Legion teams.
Okay.
But every one of these players is, well, most of them, if not all, played most of their season for the JV team. There's some of them that played for varsity.
Okay.
And then some got called up late because North Augusta had a very good season this year, over 20 wins. And then their AAA team was also very, very good. They were 12-4-1. So, very talented team on the other side today. We'll see if we can try to keep our undefeated season alive.
Leading off the top of the first for North Augusta, the center fielder, Dawson Campbell.
I think he's jumping the gun just a little bit. You got to have a few pitches for the pitcher, right?
Something like that. But Campbell does lead off for post 71 from North Augusta. On the mound for the 2-1-5 is Adger Johnson.
Adger, okay.
Yeah, Adger gets the nod today to start us all off.
So. Yeah, his dad, Stephen, coached Hearn.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
Your connections never cease to amaze me, just how many you have in the world of Forest Acres.
Yeah. Hey, how big is the on-deck batter? I mean, the leadoff batter.
I have no idea.
He looks pretty big, though, doesn't he?
I
don't know. Maybe it's
he's about average height.
Somebody else to stand next to him.
So, throw down. So quick lineup for the 2-1-5. You got on the mound, Adger, and behind the plate, Tank Bennett. First is Miller Peel, second Hart Rowland, third Thatcher Boffman, short Breon Earl, and left Micah Ott. At the plate, or not the plate, in center it's Porter Rummel, and in right is Paul Choate. For North Augusta, leading off is Dawson Campbell, the center fielder. So Campbell, one of the better players on the JV squad this year, played most of his season, most of the season in JV, but then got called up late, which first hit by pitch, not ideal considering over his course. He was one of the few people on this team that got called up to the varsity team later in the year, which doesn't mean much until you realize he went 7 for 7 stolen bases during the playoffs and the last couple of games he played with them.
The kid on first?
Yes, now the kid on first.
Oh, wow. So we should expect him to run.
Correct. Yes, Dawson Campbell has speed. He was, even in JV, he was 6 for 6. So
okay, well I might frame him up in
yes,
so we can see his jump because
he was he played most of his JV, but then towards the end he played on varsity, played around 6-8 games and stole 7 times and was never caught. So I would expect him to move early and often, as a lot of this team does. That's at least what North Augusta did. They moved early. They moved a lot.
Yeah.
In this team. And that brings up this 2-hole Brady Jenkins, another speedster who was 6 for 6 with stolen bases. Yeah, this team just swipes a lot of bags. So, kicking off, runner at first, strike, down throw, Tank in there. He's safe at second. Dawson Campbell, right on cue, swipes second. So, he's 3 pitches in. Badgers ahead 0-2 against Brady at the plate, but Dawson now moves into scoring position. He's going to come home. Dawson doesn't move. Curveball outside for a ball. So quick rundown of the North Augusta lineup. It's Dawson Campbell, Brady Jenkins at short, A.J. Warren at first, Briggs Watkins at DH, Wyatt Long behind the dish, DJ Bell at third, Gavin McNair, pitch low and away. Ball 2, now throw down to second. Dawson looks to be caught in a rundown. Now ball's gonna go into center, and Dawson will easily come score from second. That throw down by Tank, unable to handle from, looked to be the second baseman, Hart Rowland, and Dawson able to take advantage. 1-0 lead for North Augusta. But finish out the lineup, Gav McNair in right, Aiden Hager, he's at second, and then Bren Ivy in left. 2-2 swung on and missed, strike 3 in the dirt, going down to first. Quick throw from Tank, got him. Drop third strike, almost comes back to bite the 2-1-5, but Jenkins goes down swinging for the first out.
No batting for North Augusta is the first baseman, A.J. Warren.
So that brings up A.J. Warren. Another player who, again, most of this team, I'll say that, but he spent the whole season with the JV team, hitting .268. Lefty drew 7 walks on the year. And that ball hard hit to the right side, base knock through the right side of the infield. 1-out single for A.J. Warren. This brings up one of the only people that played a significant amount on the varsity team, that's Briggs Watkins. Watkins was 6 for 12 on the JV side, but on varsity was also a force to be reckoned with. 347 at the dish.
Wow.
Not someone you'd expect to be on a AAA Legion team, but in the 4-hole is suiting Watkins. A pickoff attempt at first. Warren doesn't really have to move much, and he dives back in safely.
What year is he? He's like a
Watkins will be as a rising junior.
rising junior. Okay.
Yeah, I found about half of the ages. Another back at first. Safe again. Yeah, most of the JV team was hard to find the year for them. So, excuse me if I don't have many of those, but I do have at least around half the team. Warren doesn't move, pitch high, ball 1. Another man who moves pretty quickly is A.J. Warren. Doesn't have the success rate that
100%.
Dawson Campbell, but he's not too far off. He's 11 for 12 this year.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Not too shabby, so he may go. Another pickoff attempt at first. Back in there safely is Warren. Yeah, again, as I said, this team moves early and often. They take very much advantage of swiping bags. We should expect to see them move a lot on the base pass, meaning trying to limit the amount of times we let them on base. Already seen 1 run come across because of it. Atcher Johnson, though, able to throw that pitch by Watkins. 1-1 the count goes. So yeah, Briggs, he's pretty much spent his whole year with the varsity team. He just came down for a little spurt in JV a little late, and now another hit by pitch. Watkins gets aboard that way. So first and second, only 1 out here for the 2-1-5. Number 2, the catcher, Wyatt Long. Wyatt Long, I think it's Longe? Longe, yeah.
How do you spell that?
L-O-N-G-E. I think it's Longe. We're going to go with that. Either way, he was another part of the JV team. That ball outside for Adger. Longe hit .286 this past season, but a big stat that he's going to be very much dangerous here is 15 RBIs.
That's long.
Long. Okay. So yeah, Wyatt Long, 15 RBIs.
I did my own research.
There we go. See, why do you need me? 1 in, 1 count, 1 out. Curveball out. No, catches the outside part of the zone. Strike 2. So 2 on, 1-2 count. Only 1 out here. North Augusta has the early 1-0 advantage. Adger trying to limit that. Pitch out and away. 2-2 we go. Long, a lot of young people again in the JV team. Long is one of the probably many rising sophomores on this team, and he fouls that one back into the ground. 2-2 remains the count, with number 2 at bat. Behind Long is DJ Bell, and if it gets that far, behind Bell is Gavin McNair. Adger hasn't gotten into trouble too many times this summer, and right there gets Long looking. Second strikeout of the game for Adger. much needed strikeout. Now there's
Now
two
batting for
down.
Augusta is the third baseman, DJ Bell.
So as I said, DJ Bell hitting sixth for post 71 here. Bell actually spent his season with the varsity team, but didn't get much playing time, only 1 for 4 with an RBI. Love to cement himself into that lineup next year with a good summer here. 1-0 pitch, grounded over to third, where Thatcher Bothman could just step on the bag for the force out to retire the side. But after a ball gets to the outfield, Dawson Campbell takes advantage. Plates 1 for North Augusta. We'll see if the 215 can respond.
Bottom of the first for Richland Blue. Second baseman, Hart Rowe.
So, bottom of the first, the North Augusta post 71 has the early 1-0 advantage. 2-1-5 looking to strike back here in the bottom of the first. Leading it off is Hart Roland. Roland, back on Friday, went 1 for 3 with 2 strikeouts, but he came across with 1 of the 10 runs the 2-1-5 was able to produce. On the mound, right-handed pitcher Jonah Alling. When that ball hit hard back up the middle, gets through the infield base hit to center field, and that's how Hart Roland starts his night.
Now batting for Richland Blue, the third baseman, Thatcher Bothman.
So Thatcher Bothman, 2-hole hitter. He was on the bump last game, but at the plate went 1 for 3, scored 2 of the 10 runs. On the mound, Alling pitched a lot for the JV team, had a 4.93 ERA, over 20 in a third inning as he tries to pick off Hart Roland. There's no tag applied. So, however, out of I think about his 13 runs, 11 of them came against 2 teams. So, very solid pitcher, just can be a little streaky here and there. For the most part, he's a lockdown guy. And he had 10 strikeouts against Aiken in one game of his 30. Very much lockdown player. On the mound will be kind of hard to break him. We'll see if we can early on. 1-0 pitch. Outside edge. against the righty Boffman. It's now 1-1. I do want to just acknowledge there's a lot of North Augusta fans here that make the drive to Falcon Field. Should be a good atmosphere for this one, and hopefully a competitive game. Alling unsuccessfully is trying to pick off Hart Roland. Just Hart's able to get back in there both times, and he tries it one more time. Third time is not the charm. And Hart over at first still. Doesn't have, or he has one stolen base on the summer, but has not tried to take many bags. Jonah goes home though and gets Boffman looking on a pitch low in the zone, so it's 1-2 now against the 2-1-5's third baseman. Sun peeking through the clouds a little bit. It's partly cloudy in Forest Acres with a little chance of rain. Hopefully, should miss us tonight.
It's pretty fantastic weather for June.
I cannot complain.
Yeah.
Ball hard hitting the left field. That should drop, and it will. Base knock for Boffman. So the two leadoff men are on the 2-1-5, and they now are threatening here in the bottom half of the first. And DHing tonight will be the catcher from Hammond, James Lay. Lay, this is the first start, or no, his second start of the year. He started game 2 behind the plate. Too good to leave out of the lineup, I guess, is now where he's the designated hitter for it this evening. Boffman at first, Hart Roland at second, and now James Lay at the plate, looking to drive both of them home and secure another one of his team-leading RBIs. Ball hard hit to third, but right into the glove of DJ Bell. Steps in the bag over to first, double play. DJ Bell with a heck of a pick over at third. Nothing to be ashamed about for Lay. But a double play puts their bottom of the first in jeopardy now. And there is quickly 2 down here with Thatcher Boffman on second. That'll bring up the center fielder Porter Rummel for the 2-1-5. Jonas still has a runner at second to deal with, but he delivers that overarching curveball in there on the outside part of the zone for strike 1. Rummel played last game 1 for 2. He came in in relief during the win, but he falls behind. There's another curveball from the right-handed pitcher on the mound. Finds the zone, and he's ahead of Rummel 0-2 here in the bottom of the first. Pitch again, swinging strike 3. So tip your cap to DJ Bell. Save maybe a run if the hot shot ball at third was picked. And the post 71 maintains their 1-0 lead. We're going to head to the top of the second.
Second for North
There we
Augusta,
go.
post 71. The right fielder, Gavin McNair.
So Gavin McNair leading off the top of the second for the 2-1-5 against the 2-1-5 for post 71 for North Augusta. They hold the 1-0 lead over 2-1-5. After leadoff hitter Dawson Campbell was hit by a pitch, stole second, then came around to score off of a pickoff attempt that was thrown into center field. Now Gavin McNair trying to spark something here in the second, trying to extend their lead. He's ahead of the righty Adger Johnson on the mound. McNair hit 200 in this past season on the JV team for North Augusta. Also did a little relief work here and there on the mound, but was not one of their main men. Adger finally throws one across the plate. Looked to be a changeup inner half, so it's 2-1 now against McNair. Adger coming home with that ball, swinging strike, fouled back into the dirt, evening that count up. McNair was victim of the strikeout a lot on the JV team, 15 of them on the year. See if Adger can get him swinging here or looking. However, that one skips in there, filling the count up. So on the other side of that, McNair only drew one walk this past season. It's not one to
15 strikeouts, 1 walk.
yeah, not one to stay quiet at the plate.
It's like opposite of Asa.
And he taps that one back to the mound. Adger comes off, fires over to first for the first out of the second.
Up batting for North Augusta, second baseman Aiden Hager.
That will bring up second baseman Aiden Hager for post 71. Hager spent this past season with the varsity team, and he's a rising senior for North Augusta. But he had 8 plate appearances, and struck out on 5 of those. So looking for a much better summer than his spring was on the field. Adger is ahead 0-1 as the pitch now comes in. Another tapper right back to Adger. Comes off, fields it cleanly, and a high throw. And that brought him off the bag, it said. Hustle play there from Hager. Never gave up on that ball. And now coach going to come over there and talk to the umpire. Said Miller Peel was off the bag, meaning Hager must have hit the bag while Peel was in the air. Now they're going to talk it over between the home plate umpire and see if he saw anything different here. It looked like Peel came down just before Hager got to the bag, but ruling on the field is hard to overturn here, especially in a Legion game with no review and only 2 umpires. There's a long top here, and now they're going to rule him out.
Yeah, he was out.
I thought he was. It looked like he was out by a second.
Yeah, I just rewatched it. So in on YouTube, you can zoom in to live video now.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So you can like zoom in on the base and see.
Interesting. Well,
you can't do that at home when you're
okay.
watching. So anyone watching at home is like trying to pinch their TV screen.
So now, after a quick deliberation, the umpires, there's 2 down for Brent Ivy. He's going to ground that to Breon Earl over at short. Earl, quick fire, and gets him out 3. So quick inning for Adger Johnson after giving up the 1 in the first. Comes back with a 3 up, 3 down on the top of the second. The 2-1-5 going to try to spark some here if they were close last inning. We'll go to the bottom of the second.
Richland blue is the catcher, Tank Bennett.
So we're back, I think, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
are. They didn't turn off the music
The
here.
music is very loud here on this cool June night in Forest Acres, South Carolina. Bottom of the second. Underway is Jonah Alling getting his second inning going against the catcher Tank Bennett for the 2-1-5. Bennett has started every game but one behind the plate, including tonight's one. He had 2 at-bats back on Friday with a ground out and a walk.
Yeah, I don't know how he got the nickname Tank. We'll probably find that out at some point. But
Sure we will. That ball hard hit. Now it's going to be off the pitcher's glove. Tough play for second base to make. Over to first, and he got it for the out. Hager playing back at second. Had to come all the way into the infield grass to make that play.
Blue is the shortstop, Breon Earl.
Was able to before the slower Tank Bennett got the first. So now that brings up Breon Earl back in the lineup after missing the game on Friday. So he's 0 for 6 so far this summer. He did start a little higher in the order. Now he's moved back to the 6 hole, looking to rack in his first hit for the 2-1-5's Legion team. And it looks like he's hit. Yes, he is. And he will take up first. So, 1 out base runner against North Augusta. And now Miller Peel, another player who's kind of moved down in the lineup here a little bit recently. He's now hitting in the 7 hole tonight. The Dreer product went 0 for 2 with an RBI and a strikeout on Friday. Alling not shy to use that curveball.
I love a big breaking curveball.
And Alling has one of those, and he's using it to perfection so far tonight. He's ahead 0-1 against our first baseman. Now he's going to come home after not looking over at Earl. And another big breaking curveball in there for a strike. Now it is interesting, he has not checked to Earl at first. Earl has 2 stolen bases so far this summer. We'll see if he tries to go again, but there's his first pickoff attempt. Not in time, though. Earl able to slide back in safely without much of a hassle. So attention will turn back to the plate and Miller Peel. Peel trying to get him over. Pitch high and away. Count goes to 1-2. Peel only has 2 strikeouts so far this summer. In danger of his third. He's able to fight that curveball off foul. Keeping that 2-1 or 1-2 count. As I said, Alling, he's very familiar for the strikeout. Has 30 of them this past year on the JV team. Would love another one. Runner goes, pitch down and away, throw not in time. Earl swipes the bag safely over at second and will move into scoring position. That's Earl's 3rd stolen base so far this summer. And the first one tonight for the 2-1-5. Count is 2-2. That was low against Peel. Alling's going to come home. Curveball, frozen, but it's inside. Looked like it might have had just enough juice to catch the inner part of the plate. However, umpire said no, so it's a full count here against the 2-1-5's first baseman. Pitch on the way, low. Ball 4. For the second straight inning, the 2-1-5 has runners on first and second.
Now batting for Richland Blue is the right fielder, Paul Choate.
So I didn't set up the outfield cam, and I did remember to switch my camera from 4K to 1080, so it's going to be kind of boring for me.
Jeez, how dare you.
Nothing to worry about.
Corner infield in against Paul Choate, who takes that fastball outer part of the zone, strike one. You know, boring night for you, I guess,
Yeah,
but
playing on easy mode.
jeez, how dare you give yourself a handicap? Corner infield to move back now. No one holding on first. Earl goes, but a swinging foul ball.
Got a good jump too.
Showed he did get a good jump. There was no hold for either bag. There was definitely not one for first, but they didn't really do much for Earl at second. However, the foul ball negates that. Count will move to 0-2 against the Flora product at the plate. Choate so far 1 for 4 this summer, yet to have an RBI. Would love to have his first here in the 4th game of the season for the 215's AAA blue team. Now he steps off the bag alling, but no one's there to cover. Earl was in a secondary lead, but with no one covering the bag, he was easily able to retreat back to the bag. And now Alling comes home. Curveball on the ground to second. Could be 2. Over to second for 1. Low throw, though. That throws off the timing. Brady Jenkins was able to catch it and get the out at second for the second out. But they were unable to turn it.
Richland Blue is the left fielder, Micah.
Choate able to reach via the fielder's choice. So now there is 2 down with 2 on for the left fielder, Micah Ott. Ott yet to have a hit this summer. Would be a big spot for his first. Alling was able to get out of 2 on back in the first, trying to do so here in the second as they try to pick off Paul Choate over at first, but Paul, no problem getting back in the bag. Alling trying to maneuver his way out of trouble here. First pitch on the way to Ott. Hard hit on the left side of the infield. Can't pick it is DJ Bell, and that ball's going to squirt away. Going to allow Choate to go to third. And he's in there without a throw. So Ott, they're going to rule that. Looks to be an error on DJ Bell. So Ott doesn't get a hit. But he does able to drive that run in. And we are deadlocked here at 1. So runners at the corners again here for Hart Rowland. He singled against Alling. Now trying to break this 1-1 tie just as quickly as North Augusta got the 1-0 lead. Alling throws a breaking ball that doesn't really break up around the eyes of Hart Rowland. So it's 1-0 here with 2 outs. Now pick off to first. Running is Ott. Now he's in the rundown at second where he's going to be tagged out. Runner does not score. Choate, late break. Ott looked like he didn't know where the ball was. It's a late throw from A.J. Warren at first. So 1-1 game now as the 2-1-5 puts one across off of the bat of Micah Ott. But Ott is picked off to end the inning. So it's a tied game going to the top of the 3rd.
All right, here we go.
Not sure I zoom out so early.
Yeah.
And we're,
Yeah, but I can't hear the music
yeah.
that we're
I
playing.
can't tell if we're back or not.
Yeah.
So what we were talking about is behind the dish now is Nathan Caldwell replacing Tank Bennett for the 2-1-5. They were able to tie it up in the bottom of the second. Now it's a 1-1 game. And top of the order back up for North Augusta. At the plate is Dawson Campbell, hit by a pitch. In his first plate appearance, he came around to score the first run of the game. Now, the ball almost hits him, but breaks enough, so it goes across the plate. Strike number 1 against Campbell. 1-1 goes the count. Campbell, no slouch at the plate. We talked about his base path presence, but over this year, when I say no slouch, team leading for North Augusta. He hit .446 with a 596 on base percentage.
That's not bad.
No, he was always on the base pass, getting hits on the regular. Very tough player to get out as the 1-2 bounces to the backstop against Campbell. Campbell had 9 RBIs for a leadoff man, which is pretty good considering we talked about. I think we talked about the only one really being like team leading was about 15 RBIs. So Campbell was up there in terms of his team's RBIs, and even hit a homer. So the power is there for Campbell, all-around player. But we talked about how hard he was to get out. Just struck him out there was Adger Johnson, curveball away, got him swinging. There's one down now.
Augusta 71 is shortstop Brady Jenkins.
I do all that talking him up, and then he goes down swinging.
Yeah, could you talk the rest of them up?
I'll try my best. Brady Jenkins back at the plate for a second go-around. Struck out swinging against Adger. He was the only strikeout Adger had. Or no, he was one of the 2 strikeouts Adger had, and then Dawson went down swinging for his third. So Jenkins trying to put a ball in play here and at least get something going here for the post-71's offense. Over that one. Ball in the dirt for Adger. It's 2-1. At the plate, Jenkins pretty even. 10 walks to 11 strikeouts as he watches that one go again in the dirt. Adger is behind 3-1. On the mound, Adger has only pitched 3 1/3 innings. His longest outing was 2 1/3 back on Friday. Trying to go past that here. Throws to Jenkins. Off speed. Yes, it is a strike inside portion. And now it's a full count here against North Augusta's shortstop. Adger trying to punch him out here. 3-2 pitch inside. Yes, it is. Strike 3 looking. No, is it not a strike? Hold up. I guess
strike 3, right?
no, and now it's 3-2. I guess we were wrong here at the booth. Scoreboard was wrong as well. So now it's 3-2 against Jenkins. So full count pitch now coming in. Oh, almost hit. I think it did hit Jenkins, but looks to be okay. It looks like he's all right. Ball looked to hit him around the shoulder. I think avoided his helmet, I think. So Brady, scary way to get on base, but gets on base nonetheless. Seems to be okay, and that brings up A.J. Warren back again. He singled in the first, but was left stranded on second. Looking to try to maybe drive in that run from first, or at least move him over. Jenkins 6 for 6 this past season at stolen bases. He doesn't go. Is that curveball from Adger outside? Ball 1. AJ also had 10 RBIs. That offense for North Augusta was potent it all season. Now another high curveball. It's 2-0 for the 2-1-5 pitcher. Again, Adger's longest outing was 2 1/3 innings. He's at that mark right now. Seems to be no movement in the bullpen. As Caldwell sets up high, maybe trying to throw down. There's no movement. And now it's 3-0 against the left-handed first baseman for North Augusta. See Caldwell. That looks to be the third baseman, Thatcher Boffman, coming to talk to Adger Johnson at the mound. After, I guess, a quick visit, we're going to go back and we're going to try a 3-0 here against Warren. Warren only struck out one time to his 7 walks, looking for another one here, and he has it. 4-pitch walk, A.J. Warren, after getting Campbell to swing over a curveball in his first at-bat. Johnson hits the next guy and then walks A.J. Warren. There's quickly is trouble. Top of the third for North Augusta. And that'll bring up the ever-so-dangerous Briggs Watkins. And that ball broke over Watkins. But Watkins ducked out of the way.
Nearly a foul ball.
Adger was trying to hit the bat, I think, of Briggs. However, he was able to bring it down just enough so it didn't matter. 1-0 pitch, fastball, hard to the plate, strike one. Adger finally gets on the right side of a strike. Hasn't thrown one. That was his first strike in the last 5-6 pitches. It's 1-1 against the 4-hole hitter. No pickoff move, another fastball. That one looks to be just around the knees, but low. Ball 2. 2-1 against Watkins. Watkins had 11 RBIs on the varsity team. He had 6 of them on the JV level. Ball hit hardly over to short. Breon Earl just under the glove. That was getting to left field and should be a run. The throw home is cut off. Throw down to second, not in time. And North Augusta retakes the lead here. A single from Briggs Watkins. Brady Jenkins came all the way around from second to score that run. Now Adger, another mound visit here. This may be all she wrote.
All right, we'll be right back.
Pitcher. After a quick mound visit, Adger will be staying in the game here, but he has some trouble. 2 on, 1 out for Wyatt Long at the plate. Left-handed catcher. As Adger's going to step off, try to keep A.J. Warren at second as he has a pretty big lead over there. Hart's going to back away now. Pitch going to come home outside. Look to be that's where he set up though. It's 1-0. Caldwell trying to read that runner at second, thinking he may need to throw down to third, but no movement over there from Warren. 1-0 pitch coming home. Johnson fouled right back into the backstop, right at us. However, the netting put there for a reason. 1-1 we go. So Long went down looking back in the first inning. trying now his first hit of the summer. He calls time. Hatcher been very methodical, not in any hurry on the mound. Trying to keep the damage low. Curveball low though, and now it's 2-1. Long, as I said earlier, the team leading 15 RBIs. Very dangerous at the plate. And that ball low, it's going to get away from Caldwell. Warren, it's a good read on it, gets to third. Runner at first, though, Briggs Watkins didn't take off, so his runner was at the corners with 1 out and a 3-1 count. And we'll see Boffman, he's going to come over again to talk to Adger Johnson. We've seen now it's the 3rd mound visit of the inning. Adger looks like it's his to get through. Now 3-1 here. Comes home. That ball is, yes, on the outside part of the zone. 3-2. Long was about a second from throwing his bat. Forced to keep it in his hand. Get on the hard way. 3-2, 1 out, pitch home, inside and low. Caldwell keeps it in front of him, keeping that runner at third. But now the bases are juiced for DJ Bell. There's another mound visit. This one, maybe the one where Adger gets pulled.
Right.
This is the 4th one of the inning, so I'm assuming he's getting pulled here. And yes, there was some bullpen work. So a new pitcher coming in for the 2-1-5. We'll be right back, I guess.
Yep, we'll be back. All right.
So, deja vu for the 2-on-5. If this looks very familiar to you, don't like try to rub your eyes or anything. This is Andrew Botar in the exact same spot, in the exact same inning, in the exact same situation he was in on Friday. Bases loaded, 1 out, and 2-1 lead though for North Augusta. It's the only thing he didn't inherit. He got through this back on Friday. Try to do it again. DJ Bell at the dish for North Augusta. A rising senior looking to add some insurance in the early part of this one. 0-1 pitch, curveball coming home. Yes, it is. Strike 2. Curveball breaks over the plate. And now Botar is ahead, 0-2. Last time he got a double play off of a attempted suicide squeeze. Trying to go through it a different way here. Pitch comes home. Got him on the ground. The third coming home. Caldwell, does he stay on the bag? Yes, he did. Now umpire at home calling time. Ball was hit over to third. Boffman came home with it. Caldwell, umpire said Caldwell held the bag. Fans say he was off. So either way, no argument there from North Augusta's side. So bases still loaded for Gavin McNair now. First pitch in there from Botar, curveball, strike one. Well, calls still being debated here at the field, but nothing we can do about it now. There's 2 outs and a 0-1 count against McNair. He's trying to add some insurance himself. Ball over to second. Roland's gonna hit that, get it over to first for the third out. So North Augusta tacks on one, an interesting call, allows a 2-1-5 to get through the inning, and Botar does it for himself. 2-1 game going to the bottom of the third.
Second base is Hart Rowland.
So Hart Rowland will lead it off here for the 2-1-5 to begin the third. If you were staying on during the little break, we were watching, you can see the replay. We were looking, or I think we were looking on our phone. Looked like Caldwell, if he was safe, he just held the bag. Hart Rowland wants to get that run back, though. The North Augusta just tacked on. He singles into left field for the second time. And that's how the third inning begins. But it looked a very close play. I personally believe Caldwell was a little off the bag, but umpire called him out, and there was, for an interesting reason, there was no challenge from the North Augusta side. So really there was no way to overturn that. So now there's no one out, runner at first, bottom of the third. Thatcher Boffman at the dish, takes that curveball for strike one, outer and lower third. So controversial call here at Falcon Field, leaves the game 2-1. We'll see if that will come into play later in this one. Right now, though, the 2-1-5 kept it at a one-run game. And Andrew Botar did the exact same thing he did on Friday. Got out of a bases-loaded jam with one out in relief. Very impressive. Boffman held his hand up for a while, finally got the time call right. It looks like Jonah Alling was going to throw a pitch. Maybe messed up Alling there a little bit. As Boffman will come back in. Alling looking over at Rowland at third. He's checked him multiple times here back in the first. Now it's his second throw over in the third. None have been successful so far. Again, Hart does not have a stolen base this summer. But Alling taking no chances here with the tying run at first. Tries a little sneak attack there. Kind of act like he was going to look back to the plate, and then he goes over to first, but another pickoff attempt that's not really even close to getting Hart at first. Now he comes home, grounded over to right side of the infield, through the hole, base hit. Hart rolling, had to stop though. That ball didn't hit him, so he only gets to second off a ball hit to right field. So back-to-back singles, just like in the first for the 2-1-5. Boffman and Rowland looking for a little different result though, as Lay had a very hard hit grounder in the first. DJ Bell picking that ball at third, stepping on the bag, going over to first. Now we see A.J. Warren, the first baseman, in on the infield grass. No bunt attempt was shown from Lay. He takes that curveball right in there for strike one. North Augusta clinging to a 2-1 lead here in the third. The 2-1-5 looking to strike back. Alling steps off, making Hart Rowland dive into second. However, there was no one covering the bag. No throw, no error. Now Hart takes a little secondary lead. He looks to get away from the catcher. Breaking for thirds, Hart Rowland, and a late break because Thatcher Boffman both get in safely without a throw. That ball didn't get far away from Wyatt Long, but he couldn't find it, allowing both members of the 2-1-5 blue base running team take a bag each. So now 2 runners in scoring position for James Lay. Infield is in. 0-1 pitch, swinging strike, that curveball, filthy, getting Lay to swing over it. 1 and 2. On deck is center fielder Porter Rummel. And then after him would be Nathan Caldwell if it gets that far. Right now, though, Alling trying to get James Lay at the plate. 1-2 pitch, hard hit ball in the left field, ball curving and going foul. Away from Ren Ivy in left field. Alling tried to get him off-speed pitch. Lay was ahead and on it, though. Count stays at 1 and 2 for the DH. 5th pitch on the way. Curveball. This time he gets him swinging again. Strike 3. Big first out for Jonah Alling.
Somebody for Richland Blues is center fielder Porter Rummel.
It's only his 2nd strikeout this evening, and he's not even close to out of trouble yet as Porter Rummel steps in. He was the other strikeout victim of the night, though, for Alling. We'll see if Porter can try to change that luck a little bit here in this at-bat. Jonah's got his hands full with 2 on. That go-ahead run at second and the tying run at third. Pitch now popped up. Looks to be infield. First baseman's going to come in. It's Warren. He'll make the play on the grass for the 2nd out. Porter Rummel not happy with himself. Slam that bat down. Doesn't change the outcome. There's 2 outs. And there's a path out of this inning for Jonah Alling. But it goes through one of the most solid players for the 2-1-5, Caldwell. He didn't start the game, but Caldwell had one of the best games of the summer for the 2-1-5 so far. Went 1 for 2. It's beautiful in the field, beautiful on the base paths. Didn't let a ball by him over at third. He was able to swim around a crucial pickoff attempt in the third of that game. Now he's looking to drive 2 runs in here for the 2-1-5. 0-1 pitch. Almost goes to the backstop. Wyatt Long able to corral it. Keep the count at 1s. Caldwell, the only Westwood player for the 2-1-5's AAA blue team. trying to contribute here. Pitch hard hit into center. That's going to get down. Base knock. One runs in. Around third is Boffman. The throw to the plate. Skipping in. And not in time. Doesn't lay the tag downs long. And Caldwell, 2 RBI single. And there's a little confusion for the North Augusta. That looked like that throw could have had him. But Long didn't lay the tag down.
Nobody for Richland Blues, the shortstop.
Either way, big play there from Caldwell. Gives the 2-1-5 the lead in the bottom of the third.
Yeah. That was weird. I don't understand why he didn't try the tag.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure either, to be honest. It looked like that throw was going to be in there. And it was, even though it was bouncing, it would have been an easy tag to make, considering he picked it well enough. However, he didn't even attempt the tag. Now, 2-1-5 take the lead off a Caldwell single, who continues to have a great summer so far. That was his first bit of playing time back on Friday, and now gets in the game here in the third, makes the most of it. So 3-2 lead, Breon Earl at the dish. And he's ahead 0-2, or 2-0 after that fastball. Almost got to the backstop. Long able to keep it in front of him. There's still 2 outs in the bottom of the third. And Caldwell, no slouch at first, has speed to spare. Throw low again, and it's 3-0. Jonah Alling in danger of walking his second batter of the night. Now he's going to pick off to first, though. Great pickoff attempt. That ball was a perfect one to tag.
Yeah, nice throw.
For
nice
A.J.
location.
Warren. It was a phenomenal location, but Caldwell doesn't really have that big of a lead over there, and he was easily able to get back in. Now he comes home 3-0. Earl doesn't move the bat as that ball goes right down Broadway for strike 1. Earl was hit by a pitch back in the second. He came around to score one of the 3 runs. That ball looked close. Earl, though, quickly throwing his gear away as it's a walk. And now here comes a mound visit for the catcher and the pitching coach.
All right, and we will be right back.
Jonah Alling staying in the game here in the bottom of the third. There's 2 on, 2 outs. There's also a courtesy runner at second. That's Reed Stewart for the 2-1-5. Has a stolen base on the summer, so no slouch in speed from Caldwell. Alling, after walking Earl, comes right back to Miller Peel with that curveball. Strike 1. So what a time would this be for Miller Peel to really add some insurance for the 2-1-5. It's been back and forth so far in the early part of this game. No team really been able to get an advantage. That could change with Miller Peel at the plate. And dancing over at second is Reed Stewart, really taking the attention of Alling away from Miller Peel. Now Alling will come home, curveball. Another beautiful one. Outer third of the zone. Strike 2. And Alling has a way out of this inning. Needs one more strike against the first baseman for the 2-1-5. 0-2 pitch, bouncing in there. Good eye from Miller Peel. And a good pitch from Jonah Alling, trying to get him to chase one out of the zone. So 1-2 now with 2 outs. Miller Peel has 2 strikeouts so far this summer. in danger of having his third. Pitch, curveball, got him looking, strike 3. Alling able to battle back and get out of the inning, but Richland retakes the lead. Nathan Caldwell single into center. We'll go to the fourth, 3-2 lead for the 2-1-5.
All right, here we go.
So, just like back on Friday with the 2-1-5, Andrew Botar gets 2 important outs, then leaves the game, leaving the rest of the game to, looks to be, for at least right now, Hart Rowland coming in from second to pitch for the 2-1-5. That'll put Owen Timmerman at second. And while I'm doing these updating changes from the field, Hart Rowland is ahead of the 8-hole hitter Aiden Hagar, who grounded out to the pitcher in the second inning. Hagar try to get that run back. He pops that one up in foul territory along the first base line. Miller Peel comes over, calling Caldwell off, making the play in foul ground for out 1. So 3 pitches, 1 out the hard way. Pop up, not a strikeout. That'll bring up Brent Ivy, the left fielder. Ivy, another part of that JV squad from North Augusta. Doesn't strike out a lot, but he's not the most prominent bat in the lineup, and therefore his fielding. He can really kind of turn the lineup over here and try to get that run back for North Augusta. Hard ahead, 0-1. Another curveball in there again. That breaks over the plate, much to Ivy's disdain. It's now 0-2. And Hart Rowland, 5 pitches have been thrown. All have been strikes. 6 on the way. Hard hit ball to left field. Going over is Ott. Going back, diving. That ball is fair down the left field line for Brent Ivy. He's around second, digging for 3. Throw, hard throw in there. Not in time. Brent Ivy, a 1 out, triple to left. Ivy, guess I paid the price, talked him down a little bit at the plate. That triple just fair down the left field line. And North Augusta, the tying run, now sits at third. Now, Dawson Campbell will have the chance to bring him in. The rising sophomore had 9 RBIs last season, and even a home run. The power's there. Tries to do a job into shallow right field. Coming in is Choate, makes the play. Tagging's Ivy. Throw is going to be in time, but Ivy retreats back to third. That ball was shallow enough for Choate to make a good throw on it, and not deep enough for Ivy to attempt to run home.
Now batting for North Augusta, the shortstop, Brady Jenkins.
A big second out for Hart Rowland, who's making his summer debut on the mound. Hart only pitched just over 5 innings this past season in high school. Gave up 7 earned runs. Did not have the season he wanted on the mound. Maybe could have one in the summer.
Where'd Hart go?
Hart went to Cardinal Newman.
Cardinal Newman. Okay.
So much more prominent at the dish, hitting .256. But he still did pitch for him this year. And now Jenkins at the dish. He was hit by a pitch, scary hit by a pitch last at bat. Luckily, he's all right. He seems to be doing just fine, which we are all, from Definite Fiction, very happy to see, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
And now 1-1 count here for Hart. Curveball, a little too high, around the eyes of Jenkins, and 2-1 it goes. So North Augusta had a 1-out triple. Brent Ivy sitting over there at third, the tying run in this game. Hart going trying to keep him there. Popped behind
Okay.
the bleachers, and that
You're
ball.
okay.
That ball just hits a tree and almost comes down right on top of us. Luckily, no one. That ball didn't get close to us, even though it came pretty close.
Yeah, sometimes the trees like to throw them back.
Yeah, a tree just said he didn't. We hit enough in the forest here at the stadium. We didn't hunt another one. 2-2 count, curveball outside. Filler up. 3-2, 2 outs. Top of the fourth. 2-1-5 hold this 3-2 lead. North Augusta looking to tie it up right here. Brady Jenkins at the plate. Full count pitch coming. Popped up again. This one should get into foul territory. And it does. Ooh. Luckily hits no one. Really close though. That ball came in like a sinking missile into the bleachers and just missed some fans. So Brady Jenkins is headhunting back here apparently. Luckily he hasn't hit anybody yet. And it's another in the full count. We're going to do it again here, as everyone's kind of settling down.
I had that
Yeah.
foul ball tracked, by the way,
Okay, good.
all the way into the stands.
Yeah. Here at the game, I can't really see the monitor, so I really can't see how well Jeff tracks some balls. 3-2 pitch, swinging, strike 3. 1 out triple. They cannot cash it in as North Augusta. Hart Rowland works through the jam and keeps the 2-1-5 in the lead. 3-2 will go to the fourth. And we're back. Bottom of the fourth is here. Back and forth game all evening so far. Paul Choate leading it off for the 2-1-5's blue team. Jonah Alling still in there on the mound. And he greets Choate with a strike. Now the blue team, the 3-0 blue team for the 2-1-5 watching play right now. The 2-1-5 AAA Gold team also in action tonight. They're on the road playing Midland Valley Post. 1-5-3. Currently they're in the bottom of the third, trailing 2-3 against Midland Valley Post. They're trying to get their first win of this Legion League so far, trying to join the other two teams and not be winless. So we'll be keeping track with them all night. But right now in front of us, we have a great game so far. As North Augusta and Richland are battling here in Forest Acres. Paul Choate just took one low, so the count goes to 2-2 now. Choate reached on a fielder's choice in the second inning, but he was stranded at third. And now he goes down looking. Curveball catches the outer third of the zone. Looked like outside corner for the first out. And Jonah Alling's fourth strikeout. So that brings up Micah Ott, who reached off the air in the second, but he was able to drive in a run off that. Breon Earl able to come and score, tying the game at that part of the game. But Ott was picked off to end the second. Trying now for his first real hit of the summer. Alling looking very sharp so far to begin this fourth inning. Greets him with a strike. So 0-1 the count with one out. Next pitch on the way, curveball, high, ball one. That breaking curveball has been freezing the 2-1-5 hitters for the past 4 innings. Not many have timed it up well. See if Ott can here. Gets a fastball and fouls it back into the zone. Not hitting anybody this time. Or, well, I wouldn't say this time. Hasn't hit anyone yet, but this time it's a little farther away from some fans, so no one was in danger of getting hit.
How many pitches does this pitcher have?
I can look really quickly. I don't get them right on my phone, but I can.
Oh, they didn't add it to Game Changer yet.
1-2. Now another foul back. This one a little close to people. Right in the bleachers. And Ott joining Jenkins in some headhunting. Keeps the count at 1-2.
I think it's about 8. This is his first inning, right?
No, this is Jonah Alling.
dang.
He's 58. So kind of close, I guess.
50. Oh,
Yes.
they hadn't switched.
Yeah, they haven't switched him yet. No. 1-2 count. Ott plays off. Curveball low and away. Great curveball there from Alling. Almost got Ott to chase. Ott, though, able to keep the bat on the shoulder. Stay away. It's 2-2 now. Pitch on the way in. Curveball just outside. And Ott has been able to work this count full. 2 great curveballs there from Alling. But Ott's been very disciplined. Has driven it full. Pitch outside, ball 4. Great at bat from Micah Ott. Able to fight back after being down 1-2. Fouling a couple off. And drawing a 1-out walk the bottom of the fourth. So Alling in some trouble again. And now the top of the order. These next 2 hitters have went 4 for 4 against him tonight. The first one is Hart Roland. Roland stranded at, or no, he had one of the 2 runs come home last inning for the 2-1-5. Him and Botham both came home after back-to-back singles. He was left stranded at third, back in the first. Next pitch on the way, the 0-1. Another hard hit ball into right center. That's going to get to the wall, base hit. Ott's going to try to fly around. He hits second. That's going to be, looks to be a double from Hart Roland. That ball gets in and keeps Ott at third. And Hart Roland, third hit of the night. He is seeing Alling well. as he gets a double into the gap. And
Now
now
batting for
Alling in
Richland
some
Blues,
real
third
trouble.
baseman Thatcher Baughman.
Runners at second and third with only one out. And Boffman hasn't gotten out tonight. As I said, now the top two in the order for the 2-1-5, 5 for 5 against Alling.
What's Boffman at on the year?
So far, Thatcher Boffman, if I can flip in my notes real quick. Going into tonight, he was 3 for 7, so now he was 5 for 9.
5 for 9.
This season. He has 3 walks in the year, and he has swiped 3 bags. Infield in for North Augusta. First pitch curveball, low and away, ball 1. Yeah, the Gray Collegiate kid went 1 for 5 this past season for Gray Collegiate. Now he's 5 for 9 for the 2-1-5 this summer as he watches that curveball find the zone. It's 1-1 here with 1 out. No one's been able to pull away so far tonight. The 2-1-5 would love to be the team to do so. 1-1 pitch on the way. Curveball lined into left field. Going over his Ivy, over his head. Base hit. That will score 2 from third. Hart rolling from second will jog in. Make that 6 for 6 for the top of the order. Thatcher Boffman drives in a pair to extend this Richland lead now to 5-2. Boffman, 6 for 10 this summer. Become a staple for this blue team, and that one may be all for Jonah Alling. Alling battled all night. Looked like he was going to be sharp and just let this inning get away from him. We'll be right back.
Owen Timmerman.
So, new pitcher on the mound for North Augusta. That is Jordan Scott. He's part of the North Augusta JV team all season. Now he makes his summer debut here tonight with Owen Timmerman replacing James Lay at the plate. Timmerman, the second baseman for the 2-1-5. 1 for 6 on the summer. Dreer kid facing off against Jordan Scott. It has a 1-1 count. Scott inherits Thatcher Boffman on second, trying to keep Alling off the hook for one more run. That curveball, first one he's thrown tonight, just a little outside. It's now 2-1 with one out in the bottom of the fourth. Scott, though, working quickly, ball beat into the ground, foul down the third base line.
Owen's a former Warrior for 5 Point Surrender, PBL.
So I think you have the connections like every person in the state. I thoroughly believe it. That ball.
That's exactly where you want to get hit.
That is one of the as funny as that may be for some, getting hit in the butt. That was one of the most predictable players on a baseball player. So either way, hit by pitch, not the way Jordan start. Jordan Scott wanted to start his night. Now there's runners at first and second. So Timmerman's first at bat results in hit by pitch, and now Porter Rummel comes up with 2 on and 1 out, and he fouls that one into the ground. 0-1 it goes. Rummel's very happy to see Alling out of there. He was 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop-out foul. And Alling, for all intents and purposes, had a really good night going. He was 1 strike away. Runner goes from second, pitch down to third, not in. Oh, is it? Ooh. No, it's not in time. Looked like Thatcher came off the bag.
He went and then stopped and then went and still got it.
Yeah, it was a very convoluted way to steal third, but it works. So now he's on third. Count is 0-2 for Porter Rummel at the dish with runners at the corners, 1 out. As I was saying, Alling was having a good night, all intents and purposes. Was 1 strike away from being 2 down with nobody on, and then Mike Ott lurks the walk. And then Hart Roland, Thatcher Boffman, back-to-back doubles have given the 2-1-5 a 5-2 lead in the bottom of the fourth. However, far from over, North Augusta has been threatening all night at the plate. Should be a fun one here as it comes down the stretch. So Boffman, that was his 4th stolen base this summer. Stealing third in a convoluted way. Currently the 0-2 count now. Scott looks home. Hot shot down the third base line, but foul. Porter Rummel ahead of that off-speed pitch. Keeping that count at 0-2 against the right-handed pitcher, Jordan Scott. Scott pitched 17 1/3 innings for the JV team. Another pitch, hard hit into left field, base hit. Rummel drives one home. 6-2, Richland lead now in the bottom of the fourth.
Now batting for Richland Blue is the catcher, Nathan Caldwell.
Porter Rummel, big RBI for him. It's his first one so far this summer. Now there's runners at first and second with 1 out, bringing up Nathan Caldwell. Caldwell drove in the 2 runs that gave the 2-1-5 the lead back in the third, trying to extend it here in the fourth. Jordan Scott throws him a curveball for a strike. It's 0-1. Scott had a 5.79 ERA over the course of his JV season. Very balanced pitcher, striking out 13 batters, and he walked 13 batters. Trying to get his stummer started off in the right way. That run batted in was not attached to him. As the 1-1 pitch beat down, now throw to third, 1 out. Over to first, Caldwell brings him off the bag as Warren, and now the runner at second caught. Going back to the bag, and he's safe. Porter Rummel almost getting tagged out at third. So Caldwell will reach first off a fielder's choice. Timmerman
batting for Richland Blue, number 8, Reed Stewart.
So the courtesy runner stays in the game. Reed Stewart now at the dish, replacing Breon Earl. There's now another courtesy runner for Caldwell, the catcher. That will be James Lay. So it may be a change. We have no idea, unfortunately, until the next half inning. But Reed Stewart is the batter. Runner at second goes. Throw down to third in time. Caught stealing is Porter Rummel. Wyatt Long throws him out, but the 2-1 tie, tack on 3. They lead it 6-2, going to the 5th. So, top of the 5th is here, leading it off. The first baseman for North Augusta, A.J. Warren. Last inning, they threatened but stranded Brent Ivy after a one-out triple at third. Hart Rowland still in the game on the mound for the 2-1-5, but a lot going on around him. G.T. Oliver steps into the game at first. Reed Stewart, the batter who was at the dish when Porter Rummel was caught stealing, he's in right field. Hart Rowland is behind Warren 2-0. In right field, Choate moves over to short, his natural position, replacing Breon Earl. And then Caldwell will stay in the game behind the dish. And while I'm saying all that, Hart Rowland has been struggling to find the zone. He's behind 3-0 against Warren. Warren tonight reached base both times, one off of a walk, and he singled in the first. Has yet to come home, though. He was called out at home in that controversial call in the third where umpire called him out, saying Nathan Caldwell held the bag. But he reaches base off of a 4-pitch walk in the 5th. And early trouble brewing for Hart Rowland on the mound. So Briggs Watkins will get his first crack here at Hart Rowland. Watkins also reached base both times. That pickoff attempt squirts away from GT Oliver, but not far enough for Warren to think about going. Watkins has also hit by a pitch. He was hit by a pitch in the first. Then he singled, RBI single in the third to temporarily give North Augusta the lead. Now he faces Hart Rowland for the first time, and he lays off of a one in first pitch fastball. Looked a little low around the knees. 1-0 the count. Next pitch on the way from Rowland. Hard hit ball through the hole on the left side of the infield. That will put runners at first and second with no outs. Hart Rowland, after working out of trouble. That
Catcher Wyatt Long.
1-out triple just an inning ago. Now is dealing with some trouble now. And at the dish, it's Wyatt Long, the catcher. Hart Rowland gonna attack him first without making a pickoff attempt. Long fouls that first pitch back into the screen. 0-1 for North Augusta. Long reach base off a walk in the third, but he struck out against Adger Johnson in the first. Hart Rowland throws a curveball that breaks low, even in that count at 1 apiece. Next pitch in there, caught the outside part of the zone, strike 2. Set it all night. Wyatt Long, the best RBI hitter for the post 71. Only had 1 strikeout all of last season. In danger of another one here. 1-2 pitch, strike 3, looking. Long not happy. That curveball got the inner part of the zone for the first out in the top of the 5th. Big first out for Hart Rowland. His second strikeout so far. I'll bring up DJ Bell. Trying to get another RBI here for post 71. Takes that curveball outside, 1-0. Bell had 1 RBI for the varsity team. This season, he went 1 for 4. Trying now to, again, solidify a starting spot in that offense for North Augusta next season. And the rising senior ahead of the Cardinal Newman prospect, 2-0. Rowland not giving much thought to the base runners, only really attacked the plate. And that ball, hot shot, left side, base hit to left field. Getting that ball in though quickly is Micah Ott. Everyone has to stay put. And there's bases loaded, 1 out after the DJ Bell single. That will bring the tying run to the plate. Gavin McNair gets his chance to try to cut into this lead for the 2-1-5. Was the 5th hit of the night for North Augusta, 3rd hit for Hart Rowland. And he gets McNair swinging. Curveball, strike 1. Corner infield is in for the 2-1-5. Looks like Paul Chodit shorts in his normal position, while Owen Tierman's playing up the middle. 0-1 pitch, low, great job by Nathan Caldwell. He has to slide to keep that one in front of him behind the plate. That may have saved a run there. And now the count is 1-1 with the bases loaded here for McNair. Next pitch on the way, low away fastball, 2-1. McNair had 4 RBIs for the JV squad for North Augusta. Trying to produce in a crucial spot here. 2-1 pitch, swinging strike 2. Curveball from Hart Rowland. We've seen the 2-1-5 get out of a base loaded jam once tonight in the 3rd. Hart Rowland trying to start that here in the 5th. 2-2 pitch on the way. Curveball swinging, strike 3. Curveball got in the chase outside.
North Augusta, number 11, Matt
Swinging strikeout 3rd for Hart Rowland. And now North Augusta putting hopes into number 11 pitch hitter Madden Britton. Britton replaces Aiden Hager. Britton, considering only had 3 hits this past season for the JV team. He had 7 RBIs.
7 RBIs and 3 hits?
Correct. He walked.
Did he get any of the easy RBIs?
Huh?
The walk, bases loaded walk?
He only had 2 walks.
Huh.
I say only had 2 walks, and I think only 1 or 2 hit by pitches. He was able to produce while not getting hits. Now infield back to normal positions here for the 2-1-5. First pitch to Britton. Fouling towards his own dugout. Hart Rowland trying to get out of this jam. Keep the 2-1-5. A secure 4-run lead. Top of the 5th. Rowland, next pitch on the way. Curveball doesn't swing as Britton. Great eye. He's able to lay off a beautiful curveball. It was a strike for about 70% of its journey to the plate. And then it was not for the last 30. Britton laid off. 1-1 pitch. Foul that back. So 1 strike away is Rowland from getting out of this. Madden Britton, the batter. He only struck out 4 times of those 20 registered plate appearances. 1-2 high. No chase from Madden. Goes to 2-2. And North Augusta's first game. This is Britton's first time playing this summer. 2-2 pitch. Low inside. Filler up. 3-2. 2 outs. 4-run lead for the 2-1-5. 6-2 in the top of the 5th. Rowland comes set and is going to fire home. The pitch, hard hit right over the second baseman. Base hit. That'll plate 1. Coming around second, Watkins will get in without a throw. Just as I said, producing when it matters, Madden Britton. 2 RBI single cuts the 2-1-5's lead in half. It's 6-4.
It's the kind of hitter that can get 7 RBIs on 3 hits.
Yep, does what he needs to. So that lead now 6-4. Brent Ivy at the plate. He able to smack that one in the left center. That's going to be a base hit. That one's going to scoot away all the way towards the wall. 1 run from second in. Madden Britton stops at third. And Brent Ivy, have yourself a day. The 2 of the hardest parts of the cycle done for you. That's an RBI double. And just like that, the 2-1-5's lead is down to 1. Told you, it's never over. This team, North Augusta, has been pesky all night. And now they're showing why. Richland put across 3 in the bottom of the 4th. Now North Augusta's put 3 across in the top of the 5th. Top of the order is now up, but that's not Dawson Campbell at the plate. That looks to be number 25 for North Augusta. That is Dylan Morrison. Interesting spot to replace Campbell here. First pitch swinging, strike 1. Trying to maybe get the lefty. Some big time moment spotlight here. Morrison only 3 for 12 for North Augusta, but he had a .438 on base percentage. He can get on when he needs to. Hit up the middle, snagged by Hart Rowland. Flips over to first, side retired. Bend don't break. North Augusta puts 3, but can't snap the lead. 6-5 lead going to the bottom of the 5th. we go. Leading off the bottom of the 5th, 2-1-5, Reed Stewart. The 2-1-5's now right fielder. We'll get technically his first crack here at Jordan Scott, but he was at the dish when Porter Rummel was caught stealing last inning. He's currently behind 1-0 and 0-1, and now he swings through a fastball. It's 0-2 for Reed Stewart. Stewart, the Cardinal Lumen product, 1 for 3 this summer, fighting that 0-2 pitch off, staying alive in this at-bat. Stewart, in those 3 appearances, has struck out once. Now next pitch, hard hit towards second base, sliding over is Hager. On the backhand, no, it's Madden Britton, excuse me. He gets the first out. Britton staying in the game, replacing Hager at second. Great play. Taking a hit away from Reed Stewart. Jordan Scott on the mound, quickly has 1 out. And that'll bring up G.T. Oliver, who swings through a pitch. Looks like Jordan Scott found his groove here. It's now 0-1. Another pitch, swinging again. Strike 2. So it looks to be the other change here. Bren Ivy will move over to center. And that will mean Dylan Morrison is in left, it looks like. The 0-2 pitch, fastball outside. It's now 1-2 with 1 out here for the 2-1-5, who's trying to strike back after North Augusta matched them last inning. It's back to a 1-run lead here. 1-2 pitch, curveball, got him looking. Strike 3, beautiful there from Jordan Scott. Outer third of the zone. Got the righty looking.
Now batting for Richland Blue, number 4, Paul Choate.
That's Jordan Scott's first strikeout of the night. Now he gets to face Paul Choate, who was one of the 4 strikeout victims of Jonah Alling. Jordan Scott starts him off with a curveball outside. 1-0 the count. Choate reached off a fielder's choice in the second, but he struck out in the 4th. Looking for his first hit of the night. Takes a fastball inside, but the inner third of the zone. So it's 1-1. Third pitch, grounded over to third. Gonna be a tough play. Bell gets it, fires quickly. Looks to be the 3rd out of the inning, and it is. A quick 3 up, 3 down from Jordan Scott. Run review for the 2-1-5. We'll go to the 6th. It's crunch time here at this one in Forest Acres. The sun has set. It's a 6-5 lead for the 2-1-5. Leading off for North Augusta, it's Brady Jenkins. And
Just a bit outside.
just a bit outside. First pitch of the night for GT Oliver. Looks like he lost the handle there. 1-0 it goes.
A little too much rosin.
Well, just a little, you know. He got the spider tack out of the dugout and then just put a little too much on his hand. Next pitch stays on his hand, also a little too long. Breaking ball outside. 2-0 against Jenkins. Jenkins, the only player for North Augusta that didn't come around last inning. He ended the fourth with a strikeout against Hart Rowland. But now he's facing GT Oliver, who finally throws his first strike. That was right down Broadway. So quick changes here for the 2-1-5. James Lay has come into play first. Hart Rowland goes off the bump to short, and then Paul Choate goes from short out to left field, replacing Micah Ott. That's how the 2-1-5's lineup look now in the sixth inning. And Jenkins takes that outside fastball. It's 3-0.
1.
3-1, you're right.
The
scoreboard's a little off.
Board's here.
Board's here a little off. 3-1 pitch inside, almost hitting Jenkins. Leadoff walk for North Augusta. Now we'll bring back up A.J. Warren. He's reached base all 3 times. He's walked twice and singled in the first. He was also called out on the play that's now looking monumental in this game. The one where it looked like Caldwell may have come off home plate.
A.J. Warren.
Umpire called Warren out of the plate. And that one run, a very big run right now in this one-run game. The 2-1-5 has the advantage on. Now a pickoff from Oliver, squirting away from James Lay at first as he tried to apply the tag against Jenkins. And now Jenkins going to call time. Looks like he may have hurt his shoulder on the slide back in, or maybe the tag. Not sure what happened, and we're going to see Thatcher Boffman carve one in. So
He may have landed on his cup.
Oh, that may have
that does happen in baseball.
So either way, it looks like Jenkins is recovering over from at first, and looks like the 2-1-5 going to take advantage of that, and the infield's going to come in and kind of quickly talk to GT Oliver, who's kind of struggled here to find his groove after walking the leadoff batter. So quick reset. Oliver comes home. Ball smacked into right field. Going back is Stewart. That's going to get over his head all the way to the wall. Base hit. Around second goes Jenkins. He's going to hit third and come home. Relay throw going to go to third. And A.J. Warren ties this game up with a triple. Big hit from A.J. Warren. And now we are reset. 6-6 game in the top of the sixth. Runner at third. And A.J. Warren. Briggs says hey to all his family watching back at home. Just so, some fans here giving me that to say. So, hello, the Watkins family.
I will be right back.
So GT Oliver yanked after only 2 batters. Oliver was one of the most solid pitchers for the 2-1-5 this year, going 5 innings and only 1 earned run going into the night. But now he's already given up 1 and could give up more, depending on what happens here. End of the game now comes Thatcher Boffman for the 2-1-5. Little rotation merry-go-round in the infield. Boffman comes to the plate. Lay goes over to third, and GT Oliver goes to first. Infield is in for the crucial moment of this one. Second pitch into Briggs Watkins. Looked to be a little high inside for ball 1. So this game looked to be in the hands of the 2-1-5 just less than an inning ago. And that pitch, beautiful curveball, breaks and hits the inside part of the zone, 1 and 2. To the dismay of some of the North Augusta fans here. Looked to be, could have been inside. And now Watkins behind 1 and 2. Next pitch on the way, high. Watkins lays off. It's 2 and 2. But the 2-1-5 held a 4-run lead here at the end of the 4th. And just like this, in the last, I would even say not even 2 innings, last inning, North Augusta's come all the way back and are in danger of taking the lead here against the 2-1-5 with the go-ahead runner at third and A.J. Warren. Count is 2 and 2 against Briggs Watkins, who hasn't been thrown or struck out here tonight. Next pitch, grounded over to first. That ball goes foul down the first base line. I have no idea why Warren didn't break from third there. And Oliver let that ball go foul at first.
Yeah, with the runner not breaking, he could have picked that up.
I wish I would have saw Oliver pick that up and read the runner at third, pick that ball up and just tag him out.
Yeah.
Interesting play there from Oliver, nonetheless. Maybe didn't want a old Pirates Cubs play from a couple years ago. 2-2 count here to Watkins, who's ahead of that curveball. Out to left field. Charles Choate has a read, makes the play. Tagging is Warren, and North Augusta comes all the way back from being 4 runs down and has taken the lead here in the top of the 6th. Briggs Watkins does the job to perfection, his 2nd RBI of the night. And now North Augusta has a 7-6 lead on top of the 6th. Bases are cleared for Wyatt Long. So GT Oliver came in, faced 2 batters, both of them scored. His night was not one he wanted. And now Thatcher Boffman try to carry the 2-1-5 in these last 2 innings. He has now thrown 2 straight balls, though, to the catcher Wyatt Long. Does not want another base runner here after just extinguishing the first one. Or I wouldn't say extinguishing, but letting the first one go. And he throws another ball, and it's now 3-0. Boffman in danger of walking a batter here in the 6th. 3-0 count to Long. Right down Broadway, though. Strike 1. Boffman pitched in the game on Friday, 2 1/3, only gave up 2 hits, 4 strikeouts, and no earned runs for Boffman. Trying now to repeat that success, and that fastball finds the corner of the zone. It's now 3-2 with 1 out for Wyatt Long. Long reached off a walk back in the 3rd. Maybe have another one? Yes, he does. Outside fastball, ball 4. So a 1-out walk here from Boffman will bring up DJ Bell. Bell singled
Third baseman DJ
in the 5th inning, but was left stranded at, looked to be 3rd, seemed like. Make him a score. Either way, Bell, big spot here. Now North Augusta's going to move into the favor. They want to extend the lead. At first, that is Mason Breezeal, I think is how you pronounce the name. He's the pitcher or courtesy runner for the catcher, Wyatt Long. Ball hit on the ground at third, booted away from Lay. And that's going to be an error and allow Bell to reach. Costly error from the third baseman. Breezeal will go to second. And there's runners at first and second. One out. That was a tough hop for Lay. I do want to say it was not the easiest play to make, but one he definitely needed to. They're gonna rule that a hit here at the field. I'm not sure I agree with the call either way. North Augusta now has 9 on the night. Showing bunt there was McNair, but Thatcher Boffman looking back, doing so smartly, making McNair show his hand. So now McNair's not going to show bunt. Now he is late. Bunt attempt outside. Crashing was James Lay. McNair able to pull back. 1-0 the count. So McNair showing bunt again, looking to move the runners. Boffman gives him one to put down. Caldwell gets the ball, throws it to third, gets the out. Yes, he did. Force out at third. Third base coach saying, going to argue that ball hit home plate. The umpire's going to review real quick.
Home plate's fair.
I had to say, I would believe the home plate umpire has a better view of that play. I don't think it would make sense for if it ball would hit the home plate umpire should have saw. Maybe the umpire behind second did, though. And now they do call it a foul. Interesting call. I'm not sure how the home plate umpire would have missed the play, considering he was right there when it happened. And as expected, our head coach going to come out there and try to talk. And I understand what this complaint is. If I find it hard to believe the umpire in the field has a better view of home plate than the home plate umpire. It's not saying he couldn't have missed the call. It's more just saying it was interesting how the call was formed. So, either way, McNair will get back into the box with a 1-1 count. He's going to show bunt again, and Boffman's going to step off and look both runners back. Looked like Breezeal over at second was taking a pretty big lead, trying to not get thrown out at third this time. Now we see Oliver crash and Lay as well before Boffman looks back him again. Little cat and mouse game here, top of the 6th. Boffman showing bunts McNair, ball's away. Looked for a throwback at Timmerman coming first, but smartly, Bell stays close to the bag. So 2-1 we go. McNair showing bunt, crashing his GT Oliver. Pitch going to be missed on and fouled back. A big missed bunt now for McNair. He will most likely have to pull this one and swing. Count is 2-2. Oliver going to stay on the grass over at first. We'll see if McNair does try the risky bunt attempt. 2-2. McNair will swing, and he swings through one, strike 3. Big strikeout there for Boffman. So after that cat and mouse game along the base pass goes down, Boffman ends with a strikeout. So runners stay, plate was called out, and now Madden Britton gets the opportunity to try to produce yet again. Ball hit hard up the middle, base hit, and that's going to score maybe a run around third. Coming home is the play. Caldwell gets the ball, and he's out at the plate. Great throw from Porter Rummel in center field, sniping Mason Breezeal around third. The 2-1-5 keep the lead to 1, but North Augusta takes it. 7-6 game going to the bottom of the 6th. So, bottom of the 6th, James Lay leading it off for the 2-1-5. And for the first time since the 3rd inning, 2-1-5 find themselves behind against North Augusta. We saw Jordan Scott have a 1-2-3 inning, the first of the night for either side last inning. Trying to do the same thing here, as he's working against Lay here, 1-1. And we looked at the replay during the break. Can confirm Porter Rummel threw out Breezeal at the plate. That was a massive throw there from Rummel in center, keeping the lead to 1 for North Augusta. And now James Lay, who is now hitting in the 9th spot due to how courtesy runners work and pitch runners able to do so. Hitting in the 9th spot for Micah Ott, but he swings through a strike, and he's now even in the count at 2-2 against Jordan Scott. And after Lay, top of the lineup is due up, and the top 2 for the 2-1-5 have had a night at the plate. They have not faced Jordan Scott, though, as Lay goes down looking. Fastball, lower corner. Big second strikeout of the night for Jordan Scott, who has come into this game and has really given a boost to North Augusta. Now it's Hart Rowland, who I said has a night. He's 3 for 3 on the night, 2 singles and a double. At the time, it looked like some big insurance run for the 2-1-5 when he came home in the 4th. Now he comes back to the plate, down a run. And he's facing Jordan Scott for the first time this evening. We'll see if his hot streak can continue. Jordan, being very careful so far, is behind 2-0. Pitch now, hard hit up the middle. Gonna get through, base hit. Hart Rowland is 4 for 4 tonight. And he continues his hot streak. So, one hot streak continues. Now here comes another. Thatcher Boffman. Boffman scored both of them. Hart Rowland and Boffman have scored two runs apiece of the 6 runs for the 2-1-5 tonight. But Boffman has also had 2 singles and a double tonight for the 2-1-5. Infield playing double play depth. Scott gonna attack here and throw a curveball over the head of Boffman. Boffman didn't move. Just gonna let that ball hit him, but didn't break enough too. So it's 1-0, and we're gonna see a quick ball exchange.
Wait, that ball looked really weird. It must have a big muddy spot or something. Like when he threw it back.
There's always a reason he throws it back. Usually it's when you get the dirt or something.
Yeah.
But Jordan Scott has the lead for the first time tonight, trying to keep it. Next pitch on the way, low, ball 2. Boffman ahead. There is 1 out after the strikeout of Lay and 1 on. Jordan behind Thatcher, 2-0. Thatcher slicing one down the right field line. Will it stay fair? It's curving, and no, it goes foul. Boffman couldn't keep that one fair. It would have more than likely scored Hart Rowland from first if it did, as that would have been a tough play for McNair to get in the corner. However, doesn't matter what could have happened, it matters what did, and that ball did go foul. So it's 2-1 with 1 out for Boffman. Pitch coming home, Boffman fouling that one straight back over the net. Just like that, Jordan Scott calms his nerves. It's 2-2 against Boffman. On deck for the 2-1-5 is Owen Timmerman. Runner goes at first, pitch low in the dirt. Easy stolen base for Hart Rowland. Full count. Going to be coming to Boffman. So umpire, I'm not sure what he's calling now. He's going to talk to, looks to be Jordan Scott at on the mound. Oh, he's gonna kind of dust off the rubber. Maybe there was some questions if he was holding the rubber on his pitching. Never seen that before.
I'm not sure North Augusta wants to give Boffman another pitch.
I really don't think that. I mean, Boffman, again, 3 for 3 tonight. Does not need another one to hit. And he takes one high, ball 4. Boffman, very excited. Trying to hype his dugout up. That will bring the pitching coach out to talk to Jordan Scott, who now has 2 on with only 1 out.
Did those two have 7 of their 9 hits?
Yes, we have 7. They have 7 of our 9 hits, and they have reached base 8 combined times.
Wow.
So.
All right, here we go.
Jordan Scott will stay in the game after a mound visit. He will face Owen Timmerman, who is the first batter of the night who's going to see him twice. Scott hit Timmerman in his last at-bat. Now throws him a strike that Timmerman fouls back. For the 2-1-5, their gold AAA team trying to get their first win tonight. They are ahead of Midland Valley now 5-3 in the top of the 7th. Looking for more. Now Timmerman grounding to third. Bell steps on third for 1. Over to first, double play. Side retired. Jordan Scott gets out of it. The 2-1-5 threatens, but can't break through. North Augusta hold a run lead. We're going to go to the 7th.
North Augusta.
So North
6-9.
Augusta, again, for the first time since the 2nd inning, they come to bat with the lead. See if they can tack on. It's going to be Brent Ivy going against Boffman. And now, Bren, been hot tonight, 2 for 3. Triple, but he was left stranded in the 3rd. And a double in the 5th, an RBI double to take the lead. Or not take the lead, but get some much-needed comeback runs. And now he's going to reach base off of looks to be an error over there at 3rd. James Lay not had the night he's looking for. And Bryn Ivy lead off base runner now for Bothman. The 2-1-5 have only had one clean inning. That was in the second inning. Since then, North Augusta has put the pressure on them to perform. Now that bunt attempt, gonna have to pull it back, is Dylan Morrison. Looked like it was gonna be an interesting bunt formation for the 2-1-5. Everyone's gonna rotate to their right. See what happens here. Morrison late bunt, tries to put it down, can't do it. Trying for a drag bunt there. Get out of the box as quick as possible. Couldn't lay it down. A drag bunt is one of those plays where you trying to bunt to get on, not trying to move the runner over. He wants a base hit out of this. 1-1, he shows bunt. Now that one's low when he pulls it back. 2-1 it goes. Morrison ended the 5th inning with a ground out to the pitcher. Hard Roland snagging one basically out of the air, robbing, honestly, Morrison of a hit and maybe an RBI. Now Morrison, after bunting 3 times, or trying to, watches an in-5 fastball go over for a strike. The count is 2-2 in the top of the 7th. And we're set for a fun finish here no matter what happens. North Augusta looks to tack on. Runner goes. Curveball, ball outside. Ball goes into center field. Ivy immediately takes off for third. He will get in without a throw. And Brent Ivy has been all over the field today and the base pass. He now steals second and breaks for third off the ball into center. It's an error from the catcher. I'm not sure who it's actually on, if it's on Caldwell or if it's on shortstop Hart Roland. I couldn't really tell. Either way, 3-2 count for Morrison. North Augusta has a big insurance run over at third. The pitch, outside, ball 4. And North Augusta, yet again, threatening here, this time in the 7th, with runners at the corners.
North Augusta, number 21, Brady Jenkins.
Now that brings back up Thatcher Bothman. Thatcher Bothman's on the mound. It brings back up Brady Jenkins. He started that great 6th inning off for North Augusta with a walk. Has not recorded the hit tonight. Tries to bunt. Suicide squeeze going to come to the plate. Throw home. Is he there? Yes. No, it's safe. The ball was dropped by Caldwell. Tag was in time. Caldwell dropped the ball on the tag. A big insurance run for North Augusta. They lead it 8-6.
Company for North Augusta, first baseman A.J. Ward.
It's a really good play by Bothman.
It's a great play by Bothman. He got off the mound, made the throw home. Just the ball came out on the tag. He had him. Umpire ruled out and then realized the ball came out of the glove. So that will bring up A.J. Warren here. We've seen the 2-1-5 extend the lead. Now we're trying to see North Augusta. They can push this one out of reach. Now he's off the bag, pick off the second. Getting back in safely is Dylan Morrison. So Brady Jenkins reaching first. There's no outs in the 7th, and Bothman's got to work from it. Pitch in the dirt, blocked by Caldwell. That was low. 1-1. What a game, gonna come down to the wire here. 1-0 pitch outside. 2-0 it goes. Warren has an RBI on the night. Looking to add on here and add on to the 2-1-5's lead. Bothman comes home low, picking up dirt. Caldwell goes down to second. Ball gets through into center. Not far enough away for Morrison to make a move on it. And Caldwell trying to throw back to second. Risky play there. Very hard using that snap throw off into first. You'll see it in the major leagues a lot. Caldwell trying to do it to second. That one was low and almost cost Caldwell. Now back to the plate. Bothman behind 3-0 against Warren. Pitch looked to be right down Broadway. Strike one. Bothman needing a big first out here, but he's in danger of loading the bases with Briggs. Watkins on deck. One of the better hitters in the North Augusta lineup. That ball crushed out to right field, smoked. Reed Stewart has a read on it, will make the play for an out. Tagging at second, relay throw may be in time. That ball's gonna hit Dylan Morrison. Inerrant throw in the relay throw. It looks like they could have had him at third. But the first out of the inning, a productive one for A.J. Warren. He moves both base runners up. And now a mound visit here for Thatcher Bothman. That may smell the end. Yes, it will. Looks to be a pitching change for the 2-1-5. We'll be right back with the can the 2-1-5 hold this lead? We'll find out here. Pitching change. So Briggs Watkins at the plate, who wants to extend another hello to all of his family back at home. Would love to make Micah Ott's life a nightmare as that ball, first pitch, slide out to center. Long one for Porter Rummel. He'll make the catch on the run, tagging at third, and scoring is Dylan Morrison. Another productive at-bat for Briggs Watkins. Another sacrifice fly, this time bringing Dylan Morrison home and extending the North Augusta lead to 3. So Micah Ott, in his first appearance of the summer, the Ben Lippen product, only had 1 1/3 innings pitched all of last season for Ben Lippen. Now makes his summer debut, trying to limit the damage, but another big insurance run for North Augusta at third. That ball grounded back to Ott, makes an acrobatic jump and Thryer to first for the third out. So Ott gets the last 2 outs of the inning, but not before North Augusta tacks on 2 to extend their lead to 9-6. Can the 2-1-5 walk it off? We'll go to the, or even come back. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th.
Richland Blue. Number 9, Porter
Do
Romo.
or die for the 215's blue team. Bottom of the 7th, down by 3, trying to avoid their first loss of the summer. And a little better news for 215 fans, no matter what happens, they do have a win here tonight. The Richland 215's gold AAA team won their game down in Midland Valley Post. They won it 5-3. Now the 215's blue AAA team trying to mount a last inning rally here against North Augusta. And Jordan Scott at the dish, center fielder Porter Rummel. He's saved a run tonight, now trying to contribute at the plate yet again. He already has an RBI back in the 4th inning. Now looking to try to spark a rally. That 1-1 pitch, it hits Rummel. He tried to get out of the way. Umpire says it hits him. Not the way Jordan Scott wanted to start this inning. Leadoff hit by pitch. Now we'll bring up Nathan Caldwell.
Now batting for Richland Blue, number 12, Nathan Caldwell.
Caldwell reached base both times tonight, once off a fielder's choice, and then also off of a single in the 3rd. Jordan Scott looking to put the finishing touches on a North Augusta lead that he crafted himself. He came in the game, they were down 5-3, gave up 1 run, and has never looked back. He has, on the mound, shut down the 215. Only allowed 2 hits in his last 7 batters. Trying to finish this game off. He has to go through Caldwell to start it off. 1-0 pitch almost hits Caldwell. Now it's 2-0. Porter Rummel over at first. Has 1 stolen base in the summer, but he was also caught back in the 4th trying to steal 3rd. See if he tries to move over here. Not on that pitch as that fastball finds the inner half of the zone. Strike 1.
I pulled up the box score for the gold game.
Yeah.
Puddin was 4 for 4.
There you go. One of your favorite people in the
Oh, yeah.
world.
Ooh,
High fly ball in the infield. Jenkins going to call off Bell at 3rd and make the play for out number 1. Hard first out for the 215.
Now batting for Richland Blue.
That now brings up Reed Stewart. Back in the 5th in his only appearance of the night. Grounded out to 2nd. Jordan Scott trying to mimic that and put to bed the 215 on their home diamond. Coming home, Scott, 1-0, high inside, 2-0 now against Stewart. Stewart is now 1 for 4 this summer. Trying to produce at the plate. Scott finds the zone. Outer 3rd fastball. 2-1 against Stewart. Next pitch on the way. It's going to hit Stewart, the breaking ball. Chucks the bat away. Tying run coming to the dish. And now another home plate umpire is going to come talk to Jordan Scott again.
And their coach is coming to talk to him too.
Interesting. Looks like the whole infield's going to come talk to Jordan Scott. That was nowhere near intentional. It couldn't have been. That was just a curveball that was on a 2-1 count.
Yep. All right, we'll be right back. Oop. There we go.
So Jordan Scott staying in the game. He's got the last 9 outs, trying to get the final 2. Batter at the plate is GT Oliver, who has struck out in his only plate appearance tonight. Runners at first and second. Oliver is the tying run for the 2-1-5's blue team. He fouls the 1-0 back, and now it's 1-1 with 1 out. Looks to be no real hold over at first. Reed Stewart get a pretty big lead. 1-1 pitch, swinging strike, Oliver. That was around the eyes, Oliver. Looked like he instantly regretted it. Doesn't change the fact, and now he's behind 1-2 against Scott. On deck is Paul Choate. And Scott, oh, it's gonna hit him in the head. That curveball, and looks like Jordan Scott's kind of lost the grip on his curveball. Scary play there. Oliver seems to be okay. But it seems Jordan Scott's lost his grip on his curveball. I think he's hit all 3 batters off the curveball now this inning. So bases are loaded, 1 out. The tying run is now at first, and the go-ahead run is at the plate, the winning run. So there's going to be a pitch runner. Breon Earl will take over for GT Oliver at first.
Wait, I'll be right back.
So after the umpires convened, what they deemed was that Breon Earl could not come in to be a pitch runner at first. That's what the convenience was.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sure it has something to do with the order that they're in or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess he was, not fully aware of the rules, unfortunately. I'm sorry. But GT Oliver will stay at first. And now Jordan Scott works to Paul Choate, ripped into left center. That's going to get down, base hit right in front of Dylan Morrison. 1 runner's in, the relay throw, no throw. Second runner in. A 2-run single for Paul Choate. And it couldn't come any other way, folks. This game's been back and forth all night long. And the 2-1-5 are now within striking distance yet again. Porter Rummel, Reed Stewart come around to score. And Micah Ott is back in the game at the plate, replacing James Lay. He started the game, reached off of an error back in the second. Tying run at second, winning run at third. Or first, excuse me. Pitch first, fouled into the net. Then on deck for the 2-1-5, maybe one of the best players for either side tonight, Hart Rowland. Precarious spot for Jordan Scott. Second pitch to Ott, low in the dirt. Keeping it in front of him, though, is Wyatt Long. Staying at second, GT Oliver. Paul Choate attached to the bag at first.
The next 2 batters are 7 for 7?
7 for 7 with a walk, me being the only time they did not get a hit. Next, high and away, ball 2. What a game this has been. It's been lead change after lead change after lead change. And now, after opening a 3-run lead in the top of the 7th, North Augusta in danger of losing it. But Scott gets Micah Ott swinging Strike two, 2-2. Richland was led by as many as 4. North Augusta led by as many as 3, and they get him swinging. Curveball, strike 3. Jordan Scott finds the grip there. And now here comes Hart Roland. Couldn't have ended any other way. Hart Roland, 4 for 4 tonight. 3 singles and a double. He faces Jordan Scott. First pitch to Roland. In there, outside corner, strike 1. Great pitch there from Jordan Scott. You do not want to give Hart a pitch to hit. But on deck is another player who has not gotten out tonight, Thatcher Boffman. Next pitch on the way, high. Ball 1. Hart Roland, even with his 4 hits, is yet to record an RBI. His first one, though, could be at second, depending on where this one's hit. Next ball over to left side, down the line, base hit. GT Oliver around third. He's going to score without a throw, and we are tied here at Forest Acres. Hart Roland, heart of a lion, ice cold. Just said, I'm going to hit it where no one is. That ball wasn't hit hard. It was just well placed down the third base line. And that's a game-tying RBI single for Hart Roland. 2 outs,
All right, so,
bottom of the 7th.
So I'm not a coach, but I would put him on first.
That's what I would do as well. There's no disrespect to any side here, but Thatcher Boffman is 3 for 3 with a walk. He has a 2 RBI double, and they did the smart move here.
There you go.
And walk Thatcher Boffman intentionally.
The least surprising thing I've seen in baseball.
Nope. Smart move for North Augusta.
Blue, number 13, Owen Timmerman.
So the only batter in the lineup who hasn't gotten a chance this inning, Owen Timmerman, the second baseman for the 2-1-5.
Yeah, the only danger there is that means a walk ends it. So.
Correct. A walk or a hit by pitch would end this. Be a game that has been a lot of bangs, would end with the whimper. First pitch to Timmerman. Curveball doesn't break. No strike call there. It's high. Ball 1. That was right around the letters. Very close. Umpire didn't give it to him. 1-0 pitch. Swinging down the line. Foul ball. Just to the left of the bag. DJ Bell wouldn't have got a glove on it. It doesn't seem. But doesn't matter. That ball goes foul. Timmerman now, it's a 1-1. Jordan Scott has not moved. Firm in his stance. Comes set, 1-1 pitch coming home. Curveball low away. Ball 2. In a week that's going to be all 2-1-5 baseball, we have games for the next 3 days straight. Game 1 of the week couldn't come down to any better. 2-1 pitch, almost hitting Timmerman inside, and with the walk to Boffman, there's nowhere to put him. 3-1, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th, 9-9 game. On the way home, strike, outside corner. Got Timmerman looking. Filler up, 3-2, 2 outs. Runners will be in motion. Third base coach makes sure they know. Pitch on the way, foul back Timmerman. Defensive swing, stays alive. Timmerman knowing the situation here. He needs to put one to the outfield. This game is over. If he doesn't, or he gets out, we go to 8. Come set, come home. 3-2 pitch, fouled back again. Timmerman staying alive. The Dreer kid. Going into the night, he's only 1 for 6. Timmerman hasn't had the game he's wanted. He's 0 for 1. And did the 6th inning with a double play. Now looking for more. 3-2 pitch, low, ball 4, walked home the winning run. Owen Timmerman slays off, and Richland wins 10-9 in a thriller. What a game.
Wow.
Back and forth all night. Just 1-0 lead by North Augusta, tied in the bottom of the second from Richland. North Augusta takes the lead top of the third. Richland goes on top of the fourth. They extend it in the bottom of the fourth. Then comes roaring back North Augusta. They retake it in the sixth, extend it to 3 in the seventh, and the 2-1-5 walks it off in the seventh. What a game to stay undefeated for the 2-1-5. North Augusta, what a fight, what a game.
Yeah, it's pretty fantastic. Awesome. We've had 2 walk-offs in a week and a half.
2 walk-offs.
A week and a day.
If this doesn't tell you what we're in store for this summer, I don't know what does. Jordan Scott, and I was going to say, Jordan Scott pitched phenomenally, just lost it at the end. It was a tale of 2 teams, 2 pitchers for North Augusta. There was only 6 of us for the 2-1-5 come up to pitch in the mountains.
Yeah. Crazy.
Awesome. And all goes back to the...
Well, we got Kid Rock playing, so I need to mute this. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone at home. Thanks for joining me, Alex, again. Of course.
Game. Of course.
All right, and we'll see you Wednesday, not tomorrow, but all alone tomorrow.
I won't be here Wednesday. I won't be here tomorrow. I don't know if you're gonna be here tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Unfortunately, I've got something to come up tomorrow. I won't be in the booth, but I'll be back Wednesday, and then weather permitting Thursday. It's 50% chance to rain right now. I have no idea when or where that will be, but that's in Columbia. So
awesome. All right, well, we'll see. I should probably put that run on the board. There we go, 10-9.
What a game.
All right. Good. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.